Hello there, Maple Avenue. It's Mr. Martino here, and this week we are looking at one of my favorite lessons. This is a lesson I really enjoy. It's about Machiavelli and his ideas on leadership. We looked at a lot about leadership this past school year with Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, and things of that sort. Well, this guy kind of sums it all up into one piece, and he gives suggestions of what makes a great leader. So this is our checklist of what we're going to be looking at. You're going to be having a few discussion boards this week. There's characteristics of a leader. There's a completion of an Edpuzzle video. You will be putting in what you decipher about your quote that I give you in the discussion board. And then you're going to have a input. Is Machiavelli still relevant today? So these are our learning targets and success criteria here. So you should be able to judge whether Machiavelli's ideas on leadership were beneficial or detrimental, or negative, that is, to leaders today. So how do you know you've done this? First, you're going to be given a list of characteristics of successful leaders. You're going to be able to analyze and summarize, in your own words, a quote by Machiavelli from his book, The Prince. And then you're going to be able to find the differences between leadership today and Machiavelli's ideas of leadership. So this leads me to this. Who in the world is Machiavelli? Machiavelli, he's a philosopher, diplomat. Really, he's going to be a Renaissance man of the time. A Renaissance man is somebody who is a jack of all trades, does a little bit of everything. And I want you guys to take notice here. Look at the year, 1513. So Machiavelli in this period of the Renaissance that we're talking about actually happened after the New World was discovered in 1492 by another Italian of the era, Christopher Columbus. He inspires this idea of Machiavellian, and he's going to be the father of what we see as modern political theory today. If you want some more information, I put a link here to the History Channel, a small biography about him. So before we go any further, how would you define a great leader? I want you, within the discussion board here, this is where you'll be putting in 3 one-word responses that define what a great leader is, or what you believe a great leader is. So go do that now. Now, once you've finished your discussion board about those 3 characteristics of a great leader, we have a small Edpuzzle video which describes what Machiavelli's role was during the Renaissance and how he influences leaders of the time. Take a moment to complete that now. Welcome back. So within your video, you found out a little bit more about Machiavelli, who he was, and some figures of the Renaissance. He used the word Renaissance man in that video as well. Now this is to describe the quotes. So here you're going to find a quote that's assigned to you, that there's a link within Schoology. You're going to read your quote. What does the quote mean in your own words? And what is Machiavelli's advice to the leaders from your quote? I have an example of how I want to word it. So I picked a hard one for myself here. And I wrote, Machiavelli wrote in his book, The Prince, men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see, but few can test by feeling. No one sees what you seem to be. Few know what you really are. And those few who do not dare take a stand against the general opinion. So, what do we see in this? I have my response here. I answer both that the 3 and 4 part here. What does the quote mean? And what is his advice to leaders? I say, Machiavelli says that people will judge a leader based on what they see. Because of this, it is important to create a picture of yourself as what you want them to see you as. Machiavelli then goes on to talk about those who do not know you. He says that these people will not stand up against you, though they may know your true character. So, what you folks are going to do is you're going to put your quote and its meaning in the discussion board. As I said before, this is one of the tougher quotes here. You, some of the other ones that you'll see um, are a bit more straightforward. Some of them are a bit more challenging. So there's a big list there, and I'll leave a couple extra there as well. So if you want to change your quote around, as long as nobody else picked it, you may do so. All right. Looking forward to hearing from you guys in the discussion board. Have a great week.